RX. Hey. Sorry. That is for the Breeders' Cup this weekend, going on in Santa Anita out in California. Can't get to California. How about getting over to Fairmount Park? Brian Zander, who runs Fairmount Park. Good morning, Brian Zander.
Good morning.
I was talking to Jay Randolph last week, and he was all giddy about this Breeders' Cup. Why is this Breeders' Cup starts tomorrow, runs through Saturday? Why is this considered the best collection of horses ever?
Well, I think it just has so happened that, a lot of times you have some of these very, very good horses, kind of drop out, during the year, or they might get a slight injury. But with the exception of a few that have dropped out, it is just a very, very, very great. The Classic is going to be a great race. I think the Philly race is going to be a fabulous race with Beholder and Songbird, some undefeated. So it's just going to be, there's just a really, really nice collection of horses running. So
we know about the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont, but explain to people who might not be up on the Breeders' Cup, what exactly is the Breeders' Cup?
Well, of course, the Kentucky Derby is just one race, and that's one race that's run at 1.25 miles on the dirt, and all of the horses have to be 3-year-olds. In the Breeders' Cup, they are in all kinds of different categories. They run both on the dirt and they run on the turf. They have separate races that they call the juvenile races that are just for horses that are 2 years old, and then they have races, of course, that are for horses 3 and up, and they're at all different distances. And as I said, they're on both surfaces. They're on the turf and the dirt. So it really makes it fascinating to see what horse decides to run, on the turf mile or in the dirt mile and races like that. And so and also in the Breeders' Cup, because of the fact there's a lot of turf races, you have a lot of European and overseas participation in the race.
And what's going on at Fairmount Park starting tomorrow?
Well, at Fairmount, what you'll be able to do is, of course, we're going to show, in addition to all of the other racetracks in the country that are running, which there's many, we're going to show all the races from Santa Anita. So, for instance, on Friday, there is 6 races from just regular race from Santa Anita, and then there's 4 Breeders' Cup races culminating in the Distaff. And then on Saturday, there's 3 races, and then 3 regular races, and then 9 races that are all Breeders' Cup races. But the one good thing you can do is starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and we have programs and everything available with the past performances. But, a lot of people, all the Breeders' Cup races are broadcast on either, NBC or NBCSN. And so what a lot of people that I've talked to are going to do is they're going to come to the track tomorrow. The windows open at 11 a.m., and they just might buy the tickets for all the Breeders' Cup races and then just take them with them and watch the races from home.
Oh, if you wanted to, though, you could get a suite or a table and sort of do it up right at Fairmount Park, too,
we've got the several dining areas, and the top of the turf. It might be sold out on Saturday. There might be some spots available for tomorrow, but we do have the First Turn Cafe, which has a nice buffet in it. So, and then of course we just have regular stuff too. We're going to have some drink specials, and of course just the regular people. A lot of people just like hot dogs and popcorn. So we'll have everything there. It'll rival a crowd. On a live racing day, except there won't be any live racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything on TV.
Brian, when does live racing start up again at Fairmount Park?
Live racing will start up in 2017 on May the 2nd. That is the Tuesday before the Kentucky Derby, which is what we did in 2016. And so we'll have one afternoon of live racing, and then we'll go right into the Kentucky Derby the first Saturday in May.
All right, good. Brian Zander, be good. The Breeders' Cup, all the action can be seen at Fairmount Park over in how do you get to Collinsville, right there.
Right off 255.
Right off 255, right there in Collinsville. Yeah, you can see it right there from the highway there. Brian Zander from Fairmount Park. Have a good run this weekend, and thanks for checking in.
Thank you so much.
You got it. And, of course, Jay and Doug Nackman will have all of the breakdowns both tonight and tomorrow night with the sports guys as you can talk to Jay about sports and baseball for days, but you can also ask him about a horse race. 45 minutes later, you're like, I got to go, Jay.
He knows his stuff and loves it.
He has
so passionate about
He's forgotten more about horses than we will ever know. 8:43 here. Big